We are Dennis and Min. Come join us on our traveling adventures around the world. If you're going to Nazaré on the Silver Coast of Portugal, you may wonder what this track is that descends from the upper portion of the cliffside known as Sitio down to the Praia, or beach section, of the town of Nazaré. Some call it a cable car, but it's actually a funicular, which is a cable railway system that connects points along a railway track laid on a steep slope. The system is characterized by two counterbalanced carriages, known as cars or trains, that are permanently attached to opposite ends of a haulage cable, which is looped over a pulley at the upper end of the track. The result is that the two carriages move in perfect synchronicity. As one ascends, the other descends at an equal speed. Built in 1889, this funicular connects the lower portion of Nazaré, known as the Praia, or beach area of Nazaré, with the steep bluff above called Sitio, which is over 1,000 feet up. It is used by both locals and tourists and was modernized in 2002. There is a walkable cobblestone stairway and path that is adjacent to the funicular track, which is equally as scenic. But for those that want an easier trek up to Sitio, then the funicular is definitely the way to go. The funicular station down in the center of Nazaré Praia is on Largo do Elevador, which is at the northern end of Praia de Nazaré. You can follow the sign pointing in its direction and go down the narrow Rua do Elevador street. Inside the Praia station, you'll find a colorful tile panel added in 2017, depicting dried fish, big waves, and other local Nazaré features. Note the departure schedule changes depending on the season, but typically it runs daily, every 15 minutes from 7:15 in the morning to midnight and sometimes later. A fee schedule is posted in each station in multiple languages. A one-way ticket is €2.50, while a round-trip ticket is €4. It's possible to buy a discounted 6-trip ticket for €10 and a 7-day ticket for €17.50. Do note that these prices are subject to change. Once you pay at the station, you just hop on board and enjoy the ride and panoramic views. The seats are clean and comfortable, and whether you are riding the funicular up or down, you will have a great view of the ocean and the terracotta roofed town of Nazaré. Access is also offered for bikes and wheelchairs. Once at the top, you'll exit the cable car and exit into the Sitio station with additional colorful tiled murals both on the walls and flooring, with one depicting the famous miracle of Our Lady of Nazaré. If you happen to visit during the Christmas season, you'll also be treated to a scenic miniature display of Christmas in Nazaré that has become an annual custom to take in. There's more about that found at the end of this video. If you happen to be sightseeing in Sitio and want to take the funicular down to the Praia section of Nazaré, these images shown here will get you adjusted to the surroundings in order that you can find your way to the station. Now, you'll notice that funiculars is plural in the title of this video, and that's because there's some great news coming very soon for the residents that live in the Pederneira section of Nazaré. Whereas the current funicular is on the north side of the beach of Nazaré that connects to the small town of Sitio, Pederneira is a small hamlet of about 500 people on the eastern section overlooking the Praia, or beach section, of Nazaré. As of the publishing of this video, construction has already commenced. As a means to limit that population from having to drive or walk into the Praia section of Nazaré, which can become extremely busy and full of traffic in the summer months, 10 million euros has been allocated to build a 200-meter funicular from the Lookout Point, or Miradura, near Our Lady of the Sands Catholic Church, built in the 16th century, down the cliffside to the Praia section of Nazaré. This location is ideal for the residents and tourists that stay in Pederneira, as the lower station will be adjacent to the newly opened Nazaré bus station, and just a couple blocks from the famous Nazaré Municipal Mercado, or local farmers market, where you can find reasonably priced fresh produce and meats from local farms. Construction is expected to be completed by April of 2026. And according to the city website, construction of a 4-story building is planned with glass openings that will allow the user to enjoy the landscape, and a series of lights will resemble the image of a lighthouse at night. From the building, which will connect the bus terminal to Pederneira, the cable mechanism will depart with capacity for 40 passengers on each trip and be able to transport up to 300 people per hour in each direction. So yes, by 2026, Nazaré will be boasting of not one, but 2 funiculars that will provide easy access to and from the lower Praia portion or beach section of Nazaré. This will minimize car traffic and be much more convenient for locals and tourists to navigate between these charming Portuguese towns. So, on your next visit to Nazaré, be sure to check out these carbon-free funiculars and enjoy the view and enjoy the ride. Happy travels!